Well, I'll tell you what goes really great with some chocolate is some amazing wine. And we are toasting to Merlot today. Dina Kostis, sommelier, Pickwick and Frolic, is joining us here today. We always learn so much from this woman. I'm so glad to have you here. And
Happy to be here. Thank you.
I know today you brought several wines from California.
I did.
And I just want to take a quick moment to think about what's going on in California, in wine country, and the devastation that's happening right now. I can't imagine what those people are going through. But you've talked to some people out there.
I have. We got an email yesterday from an owner, winemaker from Napa, who just really kind of laid it out, a timeline of what happened to them on their property. And they were ground zero of the Tubbs Lane fire, so they saw a pretty heavy amount of it. Now, all he really wanted to say was they were safe, they were okay. There's about 5 wineries in Napa that have complete devastation, and then there's another 11, but these are all preliminary. You know, you just don't know because the fires have not stopped completely.
And they can't even go back to evaluate what's going on.
Not really, many cannot, but the thing he wanted us to know is that 90% of the fruit was harvested. So 90% of that fruit was in already for Napa, and he just wants everybody to know that there won't be any smoke taint on the vintage of 2017. So for buyers not to be scared, but support California, but the juice should be just as good. I mean, they're going to undergo a lot of testing, what have you, but 90% of that juice was already in.
That's wonderful to hear. I mean, that's so many different people's livelihood when you think about everyone who is involved in this process. Process.
Some of the stories.
So we're celebrating today with some interesting Merlot.
Yes, so Merlot, of course, means the little blackbird in French, and it's a grape that was really just used for blending purposes in Bordeaux to blend with Cabernet Sauvignon because it was just so opulent and lush, and it's a big berry with very thin skins, very easy to grow, so they were blending it. And that was in the late 1700s. In the mid 1900s, it came to California with winemakers, and they decided to not blend, but to make something 100% Merlot. So in California, as in Sonoma, and Napa, you'll see a lot of Merlot growing. So I brought plenty samples, that's for sure.
Yes, you did.
We're a plethora.
You want to start on this side? I know you've poured open a couple of bottles. And
absolutely.
Glasses.
Actually, we're going to start on this end, right over here, only because we're going to go up in price a little bit too. Okay. So this is Compass. This is a coastal region near Sacramento, but that's California right there. And again, Merlot is all of that blue fruit, the red fruits, a little cocoa, a little toasted vanilla. There's so many things, and but it has a softer side to it, so it's really easy to drink. So why people don't always go straight from Merlot, I'm not quite sure, but I hope they'll start to think about it again.
Okay.
So then in Columbia Valley, Washington, which is the first one you're going to taste here, this is Revelry, which I've brought a couple times to the show with other varietals. It's just my favorite. These guys know what they're doing, and I think they show true representation of it. But again, this lush blue fruit, red fruit is what comes through with a nice long finish. So
it's not too full, and that's what I think probably I do like about a Merlot. It's not this one. It's not a full body.
No, and although it can be done in that style too, but typically it has soft tannins. It's very easy to drink. So then we can go back to California. This is Bogor Winery out of El Dorado, Placerville, and that wine again is going to have all this big fruit too, but again another California property. You can go to Italy, to Tomasi, which sits in the northeast region of Italy, and there you're going to get a little bit of earthiness going on too, but still the fruit, maybe a little bit of mint or violet happening. I brought something from the Bot River from South Africa. Wow. So that's kind of all over. Yeah, all over. This is kind of the geek wine. If you have a friend that really likes to try something different, that would be the one I would suggest. But again, Merlot can be found all over the world. Of course, Bordeaux, but you can find it Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, or other parts of New Zealand, Chile, Argentina. I mean, really, India, anywhere.
And would you say that even when you're looking at places all over the world and at different Merlots, California matches up with those? I mean, I feel like I've had a lot of people say they love California wine.
Well, wine is subjective, but California is no joke. I mean, they do produce and have such great talent in winemaking and winemaking methods and the great fruit. I mean, you know, you talk about Napa Valley, and Napa Valley is this, you know, this area that is compared to other areas in other countries, to Uco Valley in Argentina, or to Bekaa Valley in Lebanon, or, you know, the Napa floor, you know, it just produces and is, you know, the perfect terroir for some phenomenal juice. Absolutely.
Now, I know we have to wrap up soon here. I just want to ask you
So this
about...
is Leah Cole. This is from Washington as well, Columbia Valley. Cute little winery, and their main base is an old schoolhouse. So that is very enjoyable too. But again, now you're getting a little bigger. You're getting
delicious.
You have a lot more going on. There's for red apple in this one.
Let me ask you this last question too. Merlot kind of went away in a sense, and it's back. What happened?
I don't know. It had something to do with a movie.
Really?
I think in 2004, domestically. I don't think anywhere else in the world that they really
pay attention to
it. Because the most expensive wine in the world is Petrus. It's 100% Merlot coming from Bordeaux. So, you know, everywhere else in the world, you know, Merlot is a very important thing to have and know about and use in winemaking. But in the States, I think we watched a movie, and then we got really into Pinot Noir, and Merlot came down, but
it's back.
It has always been.
We range from, what is the lowest price?
So we're at $12.
Okay,
and then we go all the way up to $50.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, Pickwick and Frolic, go down there, see Dina, talk to her. She will educate you so much on these wines and help you when you go. If you want to go to the store on your own or grab a great glass there, she'll be able to help you pick it out, and you'll know for future reference. Thank you so much, Dina. It's always a pleasure having you here.